Do we have
Hi,
some?
everyone. My name is Deanna Thompson, and I am the Executive Director of the Luxury Resale Association. And we are super excited to have you here today. And we are going to meet Chris with the company Seel. And if you haven't heard of Seel, you're going to learn all about it, within these next hour or so. But the great thing about what their company does, and which I am super excited about, is I think we all know when you're selling luxury goods, luxury handbags or whatever it may be, and you're shipping those out, there's so many things that could go wrong. So I know, as someone that's owned two luxury resale companies, it was always final sale for me because these are unique. There's only one of this handbag, there may be 100 out there, but there's only one of this one. And I always did final sale, but I always knew in the back of my mind that was hurting my sales because Amazon has spoiled us. We all want to be able to return whatever we can. Seel does this. And what I love about it is that they make it extremely simple. They integrate with Shopify, and it doesn't cost you anything to integrate this into your website. The other thing I love, and then I'll turn it over to Chris and he can, explain how this actually works. The other great thing is, and I think we all have experienced either lost packages or porch pirates, they also have a guarantee on that. So I want to introduce Chris, and please pronounce your last name because I don't want to mess it up.
Spears, like Brittany.
Super easy. Chris Spears, he is with the company Seel, and I'm going to turn it over to him, and he can explain what their company does and how it can benefit your business. Thanks.
Awesome. And thank you, Deanna, and thanks so much for organizing this. Excited to share a bit about Seel and kind of where we fit in the e-commerce landscape. I think I'll just quickly share some slides here to provide some additional context, give it some color.
Perfect.
All right. So as Deanna mentioned, Seel started to solve a very simple problem, and that is that consumers today have sky-high expectations. And as she mentioned, Amazon being, the gold standard in e-commerce, shoppers expect a return option anywhere they shop. But, returns obviously impact business. They create an operational headache. They cut into margins, and oftentimes within luxury resale, they aren't an option because these products are unique. Within that, we've developed some risk products that allow companies to offset the negative impacts of returns while still benefiting from the positive impacts of offering a return option. Other issues we work around are delivery. Shoppers expect their package to arrive on time, intact. And if it doesn't, it's, we've all been there. It's a negative experience. It's something you don't want to deal with. Something as a company you don't want to tap on a UPS, a FedEx to deal with. So we offset that workflow, take it all on, allow customers to file claims through us, and really allow merchants to not have to make the tough decision between, doing the right thing by the shoppers or deciding between the bottom line. And the products we offer are make it returnable and delivery guarantee, as you can see here. And across the board, what we see is these products and offering these protections make shoppers feel at ease, which makes them feel more comfortable and confident and removes any anxiety around making a purchase, which in the end helps you make more sales.
So, okay, let me ask you this. When you make it returnable, like how does that work if I have a luxury resale store and I just do e-commerce? So how, I know how it works, but I want you to explain it. Like, how does this work with my website? What do I have to do to get it set up? And what happens when somebody buys the Seel insurance? What happens to the product? Where, as the business owner, where do I fit into all of this?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you, Diana. So it's really simple. So for Make It Returnable, we have an app within the Shopify store. So you go in there, you download the app. It's like a 5-minute form fill. And from there, my team will go in and launch these services on your store. You do it in the morning, we'll have it live by lunch. And in doing that, you are able to offer your customers the option to add and make it returnable. So for a small fee your customers pay, they have the ability to return a final sale purchase.
And where does it get returned to?
So I'm a customer, I see this Gucci bag that I gotta have, but I'm not so sure. So I purchase Seel along with the Gucci bag. We will route that customer a confirmation email that includes their order detail as well as a link to our resolution center. Within that resolution center, they just put in their order number, their email, phone number, whatever's handy, and they will be able to initiate a return within that resolution center. They can print a shipping label in there. They can print their own, and then they send the item back to Seel, and we send them the refund for the order value. So what's really nice about this is that as a merchant, you still get all the benefits of final sale. Once the sale's done, cash goes to the bank, you move on to the next sale, and you have a happy customer because they have a return option. And if they choose to return it, we'll deal with all the legwork to get that done.
And this doesn't cost like the merchant anything to sign up with Seel, correct?
There's no cost to the merchant at all. There's no long-term commitment to the merchant. You can download the app. If it doesn't work, which we're confident that it will work, and we don't recommend turning it off, but you can turn it off anytime.
Yeah.
So no cost, no long-term commitment. Really all upside to the merchants here.
It sounds like it. So say it's a $500 bag. What would the consumer expect to pay for that return insurance? Is it, $5, $50, $100? What is there a formula that Seel charges? I mean, does it make sense? Because I know for myself, I don't shop online unless I know exactly what it is that I'm buying. I know it's going to fit, everything like that. But that's also inhibited me from buying things because it's final sale. So what's the cost for the consumer to add the return insurance?
Yeah. So the typical cost, just to give some context, our average range is 2 to 12% of the order value. And we're unique in how we price this. It's dynamically priced in real time. So we're able to track a shopping session and different triggers that a shopper does. So maybe taking things in and out of the cart, reading reviews, the time of day, over 200 signals to essentially determine the likelihood of a return. And then we're going to base the fee appropriate to that likelihood. The program is designed. Sorry, we're going to say something.
Oh, no. That's just very interesting.
We designed the program, and the way it runs is to identify, your really good shoppers that don't have a high likelihood of return and offer them a super low fee that makes it like negligible and a no-brainer to opt into the program. So they have that extra comfort at a very low fee. And that's how we are able to essentially build an insurance pool that allows us to run the program.
That makes a lot of sense. And I like the fact that you are looking at all these data points and making the decision on what that fee will be based on it, because I think the people out there that are, look, let's just call it scammers, they do have certain behaviors. And if you can track that and make it to where it makes the most sense, to where your loyal, really good customers, like you said, are paying a nominal fee, but the ones that, hey, the behavior you're showing is kind of sketchy, there's a higher fee in that. That's very interesting. The thing that I like about it is that you said earlier, the merchant, I sold a bag, I get paid, I move on. Seel literally picks it up from there and handles everything, which I think is such a benefit to anybody reselling luxury goods. I do have a question though, and I know you and I discussed this earlier. So luxury bags, pre-owned luxury bags, they're all different price points.
Yeah.
Explain like what's covered, what's not covered, and if there's going to be changes in that. Yeah.
So we will cover, as a starting point with our risk team, anything $5,000 and below.
Okay.
So you know, I would like to cover everything. Our risk team has other feelings, but
That makes sense.
um,
That makes sense.
we have really developed strong partnerships with a lot of companies in the luxury resale space and have gotten, very familiar with, price points and return rates and the data points needed, and have had a lot of successful programs, and the programs have been mutually beneficial for us and our partners to where we feel, very comfortable starting these partnerships at a $5,000 price cap.
And I love that because I would say probably 90% of all inventory that someone is selling is underneath that.
Yeah.
And I also understand why there is that cutoff, because you figure some of these businesses have been around for 10 years and they have excellent reviews. They're well known. Everybody likes them. They're super successful. But also in this industry, people are popping up left and right. And you kind of have to prove yourself, whether you can be trusted. And that, that's with any industry. But I can understand having that kind of limit there, because if I come out, I open a Shopify store tomorrow and hey, I've got, 30 Birkins. Yeah, there's something very fishy with that. So I like that. But let me ask you this. Now, if I've been in business for a long time and I just heard about Seel and I'm going to sign up, but I do sell Birkins, is that something that they can reach out and set up a call with Seel to kind of say, hey, I'd like to add this to my higher priced items? Like, is there an opportunity to have that discussion?
Absolutely. And we're open to those discussions. And, we want to work with our partners to make them successful because we view this as a true partnership. Obviously there's no cost to the merchants here. So the way we make money is by these programs being successful for you. So however we can structure these to put merchants in a position to be successful and run a good program, we want to have those conversations.
That's awesome. I'm so excited for this. Okay, so let's go on to delivery guarantee.
Yeah.
This is another one that I'm super excited about.
Let's see. Well, let me just.
Oh, wait, let me ask you one more thing. Let me ask you one more thing. And because I've been thinking about this. Now, Seel comes in and they deal with the return. What do you do with all the returns?
Yeah, great question. So when we pay out the refund to your customers, we're essentially buying back the item. So at that point, we take title ownership, we authenticate the item, and resell it through various channels, depending on category. So, we're looking for the highest price as quickly as possible.
Interesting. Okay, I have a couple of ideas that we can discuss offline.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to guaranteed delivery.
Well, and then I just wanted to highlight a couple of our customer testimonials here. So Designer Revival, they are in the luxury resale space in New York. They sell everything final sale. They've seen great success after launching the program. As you can see here, 29% boost to the conversion rate, attaching at a 37% rate. Within luxury resale, it's one of, we work with companies in a wide variety of categories within e-commerce, and luxury retail is, one of our strongest performers where we see the highest attach rates and the biggest boost to conversions. And I think it's because of those final sale dynamics that you mentioned earlier, Deanna, and the one-of-a-kind items.
Yeah.
And people are also just buying more when they're shopping, as you can see with the AOVs, which is great. And then the Goodwill here, the e-commerce, this is Goodwill Finds. They're the e-commerce arm of Goodwill. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Goodwill. They sell everything from handbags to baseball mitts, all final sale. And, they've just kind of echoed how much it's improved their customer experience and their conversion rate and how much, people appreciate the flexibility of a return option.
See, this is why this has been a no-brainer for me, because returns are painful. We're not Amazon. We don't have billions of dollars to deal with this. We're selling one bag or one pair of shoes or one jacket at a time, and having to take that return, it hurts the bottom line, and then you've got to worry about it coming back. Was it damaged? Is it the same thing? Is it authentic? So being able to offer Seel to where you're free and clear, and then Seel does all the heavy lifting on that, if I was to start another reselling company, this would be the first thing I signed up for. Second, Shopify first, and then
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it makes sense. And then for the consumers that are buying, now we can get to guaranteed delivery.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And we can, so for, I
Oh,
gotta
sorry, I'm jumping
go
through
through some
everything.
slides
Like, I
here.
just want to hear the good stuff.
Yeah. So guaranteed worry-free purchase, guaranteed delivery.
Yeah.
This is another risk offering that we provide to kind of complete the post-purchase experience and make it all risk-free for shoppers. So, obviously when you're shipping, there's always risk of issues. And the really unfortunate part here is these are out of your control. So you work so hard to acquire a new customer, you make a sale, and then UPS screws up and you have an angry customer who potentially is going to churn, right? So that's a worst case scenario, very frustrating for any merchant.
Yeah.
We offer a worry-free purchase, which covers loss, damage, theft, and delay. It's again a shopper paid add-on, no cost to the merchant. We charge 1.6% of the order value. So it's a flat rate, easy to understand for everybody, for customers, for merchants. Instant resolutions. So I know like a lot of times if a customer reaches out, then on the back end, you got to file a claim with UPS, and that's some 2-3 week feedback loop, and your head spinning, trying to get your money back, and no
If
one wants that, no one wants to spend time there. And then a little bonus here is that a portion of the fee that we do collect, we use to purchase carbon offsets. So it's something, it promotes a sustainable shipping method, and something you can leverage in your marketing is supporting a green initiative, which if you look at Shopify data, it has an impact on conversions. It's something customers are very mindful of in today's world.
I love that. So let me get this straight. It's 1.6 and the customer purchases that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because, I live in an apartment I live in Irvine, and there's like 1 million people where I live. I have lost so many packages because they don't bring them to my door. They put them in the mail center. And sometimes they make it into a locker. A lot of times they don't. If they don't, it's goodbye. I never see it. This is another no-brainer for me as a consumer and as a merchant, because again, it's not costing me anything, but I can offer it. So as someone that's going to, buy a $2,000 handbag, I will pay for that because
Yeah.
I want to make sure I get it. So I've got the return guarantee, and then I have delivery guarantee. So I'm going to spend the extra money because if I get it and I don't like it, I can return it. If I don't get it, then I'm covered, because the horror stories that I've heard, not just about porch pirates, but about shipping companies, and I'm not going to name names, but inside employees stealing the merchandise, and then it ends up on a big marketplace. It happens more than we even want to acknowledge. So, and I'm not stupid. If I'm going to invest my hard-earned money in something, I can get insurance on it. Done. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and luxury is unique in that, the items are higher priced and, viewed as investments. And of course, you would want to protect your investment and make sure that, it's arriving how it should be, and you have recourse if it doesn't. So, again, shopper paid add-on at checkout charges 1.6% of the order value. And a lot of our merchants will actually offer this as default enabled, default on, meaning this box is checked for shoppers. And when they do that, they're seeing an 85% attach rate of this protection.
Well, it makes sense, because I think everybody either has or knows somebody who has dealt with lost packages, stolen packages, whatever it may be. And to know that I can just add a couple of bucks on, and, if I don't get my package, then I go to Seel, correct? Explain how that process works.
Yeah. So the flow is similar to make it returnable. We will send shoppers a confirmation email with the order detail and, thank you for purchasing worry-free purchase. If you have any issues, please go to our resolution center, which will be linked in the email, and they can go in there and file a claim. 90% of the claims that get filed are completed and validated through self-service, and payouts are instant. In certain cases, a little bit more detail is required if, damage happens and you just want photo evidence. So a little bit of back and forth there, but nothing major. Again, just payout instant to the shopper's preferred payment method. So we do Venmo, PayPal, bank transfer, back to the credit card. So it's a really seamless flow to get claims finalized and validated and get shoppers their money back. Which we have found as a really good way to take what is normally a negative experience for customers and drive positive outcomes.
Well, the thing is okay, how long have you guys been around? How long has Seel been?
Just over 4 years.
Okay. And then how long have you been in the luxury resale space?
About as long, maybe 3 years. I think we found a pretty natural fit within luxury resale, because of how much final sale is offered.
Yeah.
So quite some time.
Okay. Because I know for myself, I've only had to deal with this once, but you ship something out and the package gets lost. And then, okay, now I have a pissed off customer that wants their money back. I don't have a bag and now I'm going to be out the money. And I have to battle with XYZ shipping company, which is completely hands off.
Yeah.
And it's, it's an absolute nightmare that I don't know of anybody that even wants to attempt to deal with something like that. So, and look, just so everybody knows, Seel's not paying me for this. I am doing these webinars with people that I find very interesting and companies that I think can actually help your company in this luxury resale space. I think everybody knows me from Entropy. I think that's the best solution for authentication. It just makes sense. Same thing with Seel. If you're selling, why wouldn't you offer something that isn't going to cost you any money at all? And literally, you make a sale, you're done. That's it. And then Seel deals with any headaches that may come up, any irate customers, anything like that. But it sounds like what Chris has explained is that it's very, very simple to log into the resolution center. I didn't get my package, answer some questions. Okay, we're going to pay you out. And I'm imagining or assuming that you guys have several things in place to where people can't just claim that they didn't get their package and keep the package and the money, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So we integrate with all the big tracking providers. So we're able to, get the tracking numbers and track orders and, kind of use that as a source of truth within this claims flow. Obviously there's one-offs where there's discrepancies between the tracking number and customer expectations and that stuff. And, that's a headache that we're welcome to deal with. That's why we're here. So we can deal with that and you don't have to. But yeah, we have visibility into the order detail and are able to adjudicate claims as they need to be.
I love it.
And another thing here is with the default on enabled and the 85% attach rates. One thing that's great about that is with 85% attach rates, it's virtually removing all shipping liability off your books and transferring it to Seel. And if we're covering 85% of orders, odds are like 100% of shipping issues will happen within that 85% and we'll handle everything. So it's just completely removing that workflow from you. And the time saved, the money saved, the headache saved, we'll take that on and, as I said, drive these positive outcomes for your customers.
And again, this doesn't cost the merchant anything. And is it an easy integration with Shopify? Like somebody already has a Shopify, website. Is it easy to integrate Seel?
Yeah, very easy. So, the link to the app will be included in this deck. But you just go in there, you create a login account, we'll send you a confirmation email, and then you go into the portal, you select products and enable the products, make it returnable and worry-free purchase. And then you're pretty much good to go. And my tech team will do the work behind the scenes to push it live on your site. It usually happens within a day, with less than a day. So really no work other than downloading an app, which isn't too tough
We
to
all know how to do
get this
that.
live.
Yeah. And then how is customer service if somebody has issues or has questions? Are you guys responsive?
Yeah, so we have a dedicated merchant support team, and Aiden leads that, and he's great, and he's always at the ready. I'm available for all of our Shopify merchants as well. I work closely with a majority of our merchants in the luxury resale space, and make sure that, you know, that they're happy, the program's running well. If they flag certain returns or shipping issues, that, you know, we're setting up calls, we're chatting over email, just to make sure everything's running smooth. Because within this too, you'll have full visibility into all the contracts purchased on your website. So whether it's make a returnable or worry-free purchase, you'll have full visibility into the order, the Seel order purchased, the status of the claim, whether it's a return request or a shipping issue. And as you see things pop up and maybe something catches your eye and you want to reach out, you know, myself, Aiden are always available.
That's awesome, because I think that's important for business owners, merchants to know that and see, you know, because that's like real time seeing, okay, this is actually working. My sales are up once I started implementing Seel.
Yeah.
Because now people can, I just think it's like, it makes the most sense. And again, you know, going back to Amazon, who has spoiled all of us, you know, but when you're, you know, I've said this a million times and I'll say it a million more. The luxury resale industry is not like any other industry out there. You can't compare it to other ones. But having Seel here to where, oh my God, that's 2 headaches I don't have to worry about. You know, I don't have to worry about returns, and I don't have to worry about deliveries dealing with UPS, FedEx, USPS, whatever it may be. If there's a lost package or a package is stolen, it just, again, it makes the most sense to me to implement this. So what is, okay, you guys have been around for 4 years, and what's on the horizon for Seel?
What's on the horizon? You know, the worry-free delivery product is newer for us. We've had it for, it's newer than Make It Returnable. We've had it for about 2 years. And, you know, worry-free purchase is, you know, somewhat of a commodity product, right? There's other companies that offer a very similar protection, whether it be, you know, like Route, Order Protect, After Ship, etc. We are the only company that offers Make It Returnable for final sale orders. No one else does that. We've created the category for that. So one thing we've actually launched this with Goodwill Finds, and we're rolling it out with a lot of other partners in the near future, is a one widget offering that combines the 2 products into one widget. Because a common thing we hear is that, you know, merchants are very sensitive about how their store looks and how their cart looks and the checkout looks. And sometimes they feel that 2 widgets is a bit cluttered. It's too busy. It's like all these decisions for their customers to make when they just want them to buy at the end of the day. So we are consolidating those 2 protections into a single widget. One widget, worry-free purchase. So it essentially covers a return or refund for any reason, whether you change your mind on a final sale purchase, or something doesn't fit, or it doesn't go with your outfit how you thought it was going to go to, or it's a shipping issue. All in that one widget, we will protect any return or refund request.
Oh, nice. Okay, so explain what a widget is for people that don't know.
Great question. I have an example here. Let me just share this. So this is a customer of ours, Article Consignment. They are a luxury boutique, consignment boutique. I've added this shoulder bag to my cart. And within the cart, you can see these 2 widgets that we just talked about: worry-free purchase, which is the shipping protection, and Make It Returnable, which gives you a return for any reason on a final sale purchase. So within both, it kind of explains the coverage and then also the pricing. You can actually click into this eye to get additional details,
Nice.
what's included. But these are the two widgets, right? So some feedback we've gotten is it's a little bit busy, it's cluttered. Obviously people love it and they want to have
Yeah.
it on their website. So it's a nice to have to consolidate it. But it's also nice for us because we're the only company that can do it, because we're the only ones that offer and make it returnable. So it
Yeah.
really differentiates us in the market to offer these protections in a single widget. And merchants like it because it's a clean UX.
You know what? I love that because okay, so this is live, right? I mean,
Yeah, this is live.
okay, so because this is who I am. Okay, I know Abe and Valerie really well.
Okay.
Adore them. I love them. And they're part of the Luxury Resale Association also.
Great
So looking at the
association.
Prada bag, the Prada bag is on sale for $674.99. And I can literally add another $10 on and return it if I don't want it. It's $10.28 to add that in. That's just the greatest thing ever because okay. If anybody knows me, they know I am the worst when it comes to shopping because I return a lot because I like it, but I don't love it. I get it home, I hate it, I want to return it. So I tend not to shop very often. But having this is scary because this is for 10 bucks. You know what? I'm going to buy it. And if I don't like it, I'm going to return it. This is great. Let me ask you this. Who pays for return shipping? Me?
The customer pays for return shipping.
Okay.
So we offer a shipping label within our resolution center, so it's really easy to print it from there. We have good rates based on volume, so
Yeah.
it is a good option. If they want to print their own shipping label, if they get a better deal somewhere else, they're more than welcome to. But customer will pay for return shipping.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what a widget is. And again, I love what you guys are doing. I think you make it, not that you make it, what you're offering benefits merchants, business owners so much that it's one of those things where, again, if you're reselling luxury goods, why would you not have this? And it's not even just luxury goods. That's the space that I'm in. But
Yeah.
anybody who is selling online should offer this to their customers because, again, it's at no charge to you. You just make the sale, get your money, and move on and live a wonderful life. But if you could partner with a company that's going to do that heavy lifting and literally, I don't know why I keep getting this, but like Captain America, that's the vision that keeps coming in. Cause like when the bullets are coming, he puts up his little shield. And that's like what Seel is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm having a great life, but you're dealing with the returns and the lost packages and all of that. And again, and I can't stress this enough, it's no cost to the merchant. It doesn't
Yeah.
cost anything to utilize this service to offer it to your customers. Could you imagine if you're doing really well now and you offered your customers, hey, guess what? For a couple of bucks, you can return it within 7 days. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
You're going to see sales grow there.
Yeah. Yeah. And we take the bullets, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like to think of it as, we've talked about the Amazon example or like a Nordstrom's on one end of the spectrum
Yeah.
where it's like total free returns, no limits. And then on the other end of the spectrum is final sale. We are unique in that we're like the perfect go-between where it's a customer paid option for a return. Merchants don't have to pay anything. They don't have to deal with the returns. They don't have to lose money because of returns, but they still get all the positive benefits of offering returns around more sales, increased conversions, people buying more, higher AOVs. So it's really a win-win. And then it's a better customer experience too. Because I mean, we're all shoppers. And I think we can all agree that shopping with a return option is a much better experience than shopping without one. You're more likely to buy when you have that flexibility. So it's a win-win for everyone and it drives positive outcomes for everyone. And for the merchants, most importantly, who we partner with, it's a
Yeah.
big business driver.
I just thought of something. So what if I buy something, I have return insurance and I get it and it's counterfeit? So
Yeah.
I'm going to send it back to Seel. What do you guys do? I don't know if you want this public or if you're okay with sharing this, but what would you do if I got it and I'm like, this is counterfeit, Seel, I want my money?
Yeah, so we partner with Real Authentication.
Awesome.
to authenticate all returns. And we've expanded in luxury resale quite a bit. And we don't want to be putting fraudulent items on the market as, we resell these items when we take in the returns.
Yeah.
So we will work with merchants when that situation arises. And we've talked about bad actors before and like being able to flag them, and that's part of our process. But sometimes they slip through the cracks. And if someone buys a real Gucci bag, from your store and then tries to return a fraudulent item to us, we'll work with the merchants to make sure that wrong is righted. So
I have another idea. We'll talk about offline.
oh yeah, would love to hear.
Oh my God, I have so many ideas this is going. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining and being part of our first ever webinar here at Luxury Resale Association. And how can people learn more about Seel? How can they get in touch with you? Are you guys on social? Share all of that, would you?
Yeah, thank you, Deanna, for setting this up. So I'm on LinkedIn, Chris Spears. I will include my contact info in the slide deck we had here, and I'll send that out to the attendees. And then also, if you're in the LRA Slack channel and you're part of the community, I'm in there and always open to chat, and I'll have the link in there. And thank you for including me in the LRA community, and I'm excited to be a part of it and for what's to come.
Thank you so much. And what's the website real quick? So if this is on YouTube, thanks
Yes.
for watching, and you can learn more about return assurance and guaranteed delivery through Seel at
Seel.com, SEEL.
.com. All right. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Chris. This was great.
Thanks, Deanna.
Okay. Bye.